Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.
A year ago, I moved to Lisbon, Portugal. I moved from Coimbra, Portugal because I was looking for a change. I wasn't sure if it was the right move. I worried that if it wasn't, I'd have to leave Portugal. But life has a way of surprising us when we take risks. It hasn't always been easy, but it has been worth it. Here I am, calm, settled, creative again. I found a rhythm to life in Portugal. A lifestyle that feels like home. People to walk with and talk to. Work that doesn't overwhelm me. I'm finding new creative projects. It's the kind of peace I was searching for and hadn't found in the 3 years since I left the US, until now. This year feels different, and in 2025, I want to accomplish something different. Still goals, but more nebulous goals, not specific, not detail-oriented, but more holistic. In 2025, I want to accomplish a feeling, something that won't be checked off and completed, but instead something that will hopefully continue for the rest of my life. This year, I've already made one small purchase that has made a big impact, a yearly membership to the Matte Museum, to invite art and passion and beauty back into my life. I listen, I learn, and now I feel more creative. A creativity that hasn't been there since childhood. This year, I want to practice speaking more Portuguese, not perfectly, just enough. Enough to say something to the person next to me in Auchan's, enough to have a conversation at a bus station. It's not about fluency, it's about connection. I want to hear people's stories, even if I stumble through my understanding. It's about being able to understand the culture I live in now. Another goal is to write more, write about anything. I'm experimenting with Substack and finding subjects that I like to write about. I'm writing more complete scripts for my YouTube channel, and I'm trying to bring the voice in my head onto the page. Testing styles, playing with words. It's a challenge and it feels good. Writing feels like a challenge that I've been avoiding because it was so frustrating for me to not be able to get the dialogue I have in my head onto the paper. But now it's time to try. And this year there's another creative project, a podcast, my podcast. I'm enjoying the ability to talk through things I've been experiencing in these 3 years, all the changes and obstacles, but it's not just a podcast. It's a way to connect with others who dream of doing the same, to share the real stories, not just the highlights, in a more relaxing form. This year feels different. I feel different. A little more settled, a little more creative, and a lot more open to what's next. Lisbon has given me space to dream, and I can't wait to see where it takes me.
Talk is cheap and we're wasting time.